Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am gonna go through a flip of my planners. My kid made me this. She's cute. I made it sparkle and laminated it. Alright, you guys, in focus. Yeah. I just finished updating too. I just updated today. So I had a doctor's appointment today, and with my primary, and he's like all giddy and happy because I lost 21 pounds, and it's like, because he thinks it's going to help with my diabetes, but in all reality, that weight was not dropped in a healthy way, because I am diabetic and my diabetes is out of control, because I have gastroparesis, which is a slowing of the emptying of your stomach. So a normal person will eat a meal and your food would go through your system and digest within minutes. Mine literally takes, at 4 hours, let's put it this way, at 4 hours, a single boiled egg took, at 3 hours, it was only 35% digested with a 65% retention, which means that 3 hours, one hard-boiled egg had only digested at 35%. A normal person, one hard-boiled egg would have digested within 30 to 45 minutes, maybe an hour, or less. So I have to eat small portions. Everything has to be liquefied or pureed. And I have to eat like small meals. Anywhere between 6 to 10 times in a day. I have to eat like little portions, which is kind of hard when a little portion like this can make you feel like you've eaten a plate like this. So, so I haven't really been eating, just been drinking water, but the food is like, it's a no-go. I'm not hungry. When I eat, I feel like I'm going to barf if I don't actually throw up. I'll usually regurgitate foods in chunks. It's awful. It really is an awful thing. But so is my life, you know. I have a lot of health issues. I have a very complicated health history, so it's not easy. But yeah, I have congestive heart failure. I'm diabetic, have gastroparesis, I have dysautonomia, which is a form of POTS. I have tachycardia and bradycardia. I have psoriatic arthritis and psoriasis of the scalp and foot. have an autoimmune disease. I have fibromyalgia. I also have MECFS, which is chronic fatigue syndrome. I am bipolar, rapid cycling. I have dissociative disorder. I have PTSD. I have OCD. I'm neurodivergent. And the list just goes on and on and on, and it's so hard. There's times where I don't even think I'm going to survive the day, let alone the next minute or hour of time. I am a stay-at-home mother. I have a 11-and-a-half-year-old autistic child. She's on the spectrum, who suffers from frontal cortex seizures and OCD and anxiety and ADHD and OCD. So it's tough. But I have a strong faith in God, and I believe that everything happens for a reason. Nothing in this life is a mistake. And God never gives you anything that you can't handle. And I am a strong believer of that. But, so this is my pocket planner. It is in moleskin apricot. And I basically, I use it on a daily, I don't have the energy to open up my books every single day, but this little book is the one book that I do open every day because it's small, so I can just quickly come in here, jot some stuff down, and move on. And it's not, I don't have to worry about feeling overwhelmed or like, you know, like, okay, I don't want to deal with that today. So I do keep track, even if it's in just this book. I also have this book. I got into this book. I'm not sure what this is. I bought it on Amazon, but I'm not sure what type of book this is. But I got into this bound book because of Monique Plans. It holds so much. And it's very freeing because you can pretty much do whatever you want in here. You can draw your own perpetual calendars. You can change the way that you do your layouts. So this is just to give a little snippet. So what, like my appointments, because I have tons of appointments, doctor appointments. Sometimes I see 2 and 3 doctors in a day, and so this gives me the space to do what I can't do in this small book. So every day I write a little prayer, or a little bit of gratitude, or a little quote from the Bible, a scripture, and then I write what I have to do that day. I have my trackers if I feel like putting them on here, my to-dos, my meds, my top 3, my notes. And every day I just switch it up because at the end of the day, to be honest, I'm someone who cannot stick to just one thing. It's hard for me because I get bored fast. So it's hard for me to just stay on track. It's hard for me to, I can't do this every day. This will get, by the third page, it would get very boring. So then I have to switch it up. I add stickers. I try to make it look different. I use other pens. I try to, at the end of the day, I'm trying to find something that works for me. I have not yet found my groove, so I think that that's what the main problem is. This is one of my favorite, pages. My problem is that I can't replicate this the next day or the next following week. It's different. So then, you know, it's like, okay, I change it because now it doesn't work for me because I could not do this the following week. So then I changed it. Okay, let me see if I can. And then I changed it again because it just, I can't find a groove. Then this, I did this this week. I love this page. This isn't this week, is it? No, this was last week. This is my favorite layout. I love the way I did this. I think it came out really nice. And it's not chaotic like this. And I think that that's what the problem is. The problem is there's too much going on here. And my brain can't wrap itself around it. It seems very chaotic. And so it makes me anxious. And I can't, it just is not, I don't know the word I'm searching for, but it just doesn't look neat. But this one is really nice. I like this. These stickers are Kelva Plan, Her Faith. Okay, what happened there? With my lamp. Oh. No, but that shouldn't have done that. Okay, let's turn it back on. Okay. That one is this one. This is, let me see if I can move you guys up. I can move you guys up a little bit. There you go. This is Her Faith Basic Volume 2. And it's beautiful. I love it. It's got a whole bunch of scriptures. I usually write them in. I like to write them in. But this is nice too. When you just don't feel like writing. And sometimes I just don't feel like writing. But this, I think this book is beautiful. Look at these girls. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Oh my God. Let's see. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Look at those flowers. Look at those boxes. I love this book. This book is one of my favorites. And I will be buying more from her, these kinds of books. I think they're absolutely beautiful. Look at that. I think they're stunning. These are the months in different fonts. More months in different fonts. Here they are bigger. These are clear stickers, yeah. Look at that. And then I think back here she has date dots. Yeah, here you go. With different fonts. And she has them in color, and then she has different fonts in black. But yeah, I think this is absolutely stunning. And then I have, whoops, I also have this one, which also are beautiful, beautiful flowers. And I've ordered 2 more. I have 2 more books of hers sitting in the cart that I need to purchase, but I want to check and see before I check out if there's anything else I want from her sticker books. But they're beautiful. I love them. I think they're just gorgeous books and worth the price. This is my February, and then this is all I have so far because I haven't had the energy to do anything, and even less motivation. So these back here, what is this? Okay, the hashtags for my videos. These are just pages. These are for my dailies. These are for my food tracker. I'm just playing around with, because I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet. Because they want me to keep track of what I'm eating and when I eat. And then this is my tracker section, which I don't know. I kind of put this ahead of the cart. This was part of my food log pages, but I'm gonna have to move this back over here. But this is something that I'm trying out. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do this because I do have a heart condition, so I have to keep track of my heart rate, my blood pressure. Don't say, Athena. No. Scared the shit out of me. Athena. So I got to keep track of my blood pressure, my heart rate, then my glucose in the morning and at night, how many hours I sleep, what time I go to sleep, what time I get up, the naps, how many hours I take sleeping naps. That dog. I'm only allowed a certain amount of fluid because I do have congestive heart failure, so I'm only allowed a certain amount of fluids in a day. So I'm allowed 2 16-ounce bottles of water a day. If I go over that, then I have to jot it down. So I'm trying to figure out, because when you're diabetic, Not always, but sometimes when your sugar is very high, you tend to get thirsty. I have not had that. But ever since I got COVID this time around, I have noticed that I've been a lot more thirsty, whether my sugar is high or low. I feel like I don't get enough to drink, and that also has to do with my gastroparesis, because water is, it also takes a while for my body to absorb it. Because what happens with gastroparesis, when it gets bad enough, you develop a sense, you develop what they call malabsorption. So I think, they're thinking that's what's happening. So, and I'm trying to avoid being put on a feeding tube, because that's not really what I want. That is like a last resort kind of thing. And I'm trying to not end there. So I just not sure how to do this. So that's that. This is another tracker for me and my kid. And then basically back here, what I've been doing is just experimenting. I'm going to order myself another book and have it cut down. But I feel, because I cut this down to the size of the weeks, I feel like these pages are not like wide enough. So my next thing would be to maybe cut it to the size of a standard and see if I can fit more to a page. Because even though I do write relatively small, like I can, I still don't feel, which is extremely hard for me because I don't write small naturally. I like to write fairly big. So trying to fit this into these little tiny little squares is very stressing for me. Even though I do it, it's relatively hard on me. It's very stressing. So you'll see like a lot of white out, because sometimes I'll forget and I'll write the way I normally write, and it's like, okay, there's not enough room in these little tiny boxes and this little tiny space for me to put what I need to put. So I think I'm going to order a standard, and then what I'll do is I'll either tear these out and paste them into the new book, or I'll just leave it here and start from where I am, and then just continue to use this one as a place where I can like experiment with different types of trackers and stuff, and maybe find something that it's all me, and I can say, okay, this is how I do things. This is me. This is where I'm comfortable. So that's that. And then, oops, let's put that back in there. Let's put this back in there. Okay, there's that one. Okay, and then I have my rings. I love rings because you can take in and out your inserts, and it makes it so much easier to do things, to write things down. But I'm not gravitating to it as much anymore. Ever since I introduced my pocket, I'm not reaching for this one as much. And I think it's because even though here I can write as big as I want normally, I haven't found my groove, and I just find it easier for me to go into my pockets. And here mostly it's been pen to paper. I have some deco here and there, but nothing that excites me. It makes me wanna reach for it, really. And this month I have decorated a little bit more. My past months I have not really. But like I said, I'm not reaching for it as much. Whoops. As much as I would like. So maybe this will just be something that I'll keep undated, that I'll use here and there, but you know, it's mostly just pen to paper. Pen to paper. That's it. Something that I can jot down quick and be out. I try to keep it up to date, but I just don't reach for it. I don't really reach for it as much as I'd like to. I love the size of the paper and the fact that I can write like I normally write, but I'm just not reaching for it. It's just not keeping my attention. So, as much as I love it, my pocket and my weeks is pretty much what I tend to gravitate to. So I'm going to try and get myself a personal size or a standard size bound book, like I said, and just try to, because I have used bound standard size before. I have used them in the past. I'm not going to be able to get into this drawer. This is just so much there. I'll put my other camera and stuff there. No, that's not it. I have used, let me see if it's in here. Nope, it's not in there. I think it's in here. Yeah, it's in here. I have used standard size before. I used it a couple last year, or was it the year before? Either, no, I don't think it was 23. I think this was in 2022. 2021, 2022. I used the standard. And see, I love this size because I have room to write. I have room to write. I have room to decorate. And I just have space to just do what I want to do. But somewhere along the line, I think I fell off of it. At some point, I fell off of it, and I'm not sure why. I fell off of it because I truly do love the size. But I have a bad habit, if you could call it a habit, and it's an anxiety thing or PTSD thing or an OCD thing. I don't know what it is about me, but if I don't pick up my book, which I think is what happened with this book, if I don't open it and write in it and keep it up to date, I can't pick it back up. It's very hard for me to go back in there, and then the anxiety will set in. Oh my God, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. And then I have to start over. I have to find a new book. I have to start from scratch. And it's like, then I get stuck with a lot of unused material. And then another thing is, if I can't, if I don't find my groove, then I kind of get lost in my own head. So, which I think is what happened with this one. I kind of just couldn't get into it. So there's a lot of unused pages here, but for the most part I did use it. But like I said, I fell out. And then I tried to get back in it and tried to create a new way, and it didn't work out. And that's what happens. I get lost. And I can't find my groove, and then I need a new book to start over. And everything has to be a brand new book. I have to start over, and it doesn't work. But anyways, enough rambling, I guess, for now. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I know there was a lot of rambling, but and I apologize. I'm new to this, and I'm not a chatty person. I'm a very shy person that keeps to herself. And stuff like this causes a lot of anxiety for me. What the hell is that? What is on that? How does that get dirty in there? I need to put it back in the cover. I don't know what that is. But yes. Thank you for stopping by. I will try to stay consistent in my book and in my videos. But like I said, this causes a lot of anxiety for me. I'm not a chatty person. I really never know what to say. Social interaction makes me very nervous, very anxious, and causes a great deal of stress. So I would try to interact here and there, but for the most part, I think my videos will be just flip throughs silently, and maybe slowly, little by little, I can interact more without sounding like a rambling person who's just incoherently having conversations. Thanks, guys. Bye.